Hey everyone, I just want to talk really quickly about some really important things that you want to include in a launch party or any party script that you might post on Facebook. So, I've been doing Facebook scripts on my own for a really long time, and I've learned a lot about what you want to focus on and what you do not want to waste time on. So, here's a couple of thoughts that I have on that. First of all, you want to keep down as many posts, you want to make as few posts as possible. The longer you're posting, the more you're posting, the more bored people are going to get. You have a limit. People have a limit. You know that. I'm sure you've attended a Facebook party before. I'm sure that you know that eventually you're just sort of like, I don't really want to share my favorite animal and my, least favorite household chore for a prize. I just want you to just tell me what I should buy and go on with my life. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a special place in my heart for a party that's got a little extra something going on. I wrote what I consider my best Facebook party script for the month of February when I did a presidential fun facts Facebook party script that included fun facts about a lot of our U.S. presidents, and I tied in Awesome 31 products. For example, how many presidents got married while in the White House? And then I shared products that are good wedding gifts. That's genius, right? I thought so. Anyway, so there's some general thoughts. You want to stay on point. It's great to share fun recipes and cool little fun facts, and definitely you want to get a feel for what your party guests are interested in, but you don't want them to get bored in the meantime. So keep it short and sweet. If you can write a party script that has 5 posts in it and you feel good about that, man, I'm proud of you, and I want to be invited to your next party because I have been striving to get down to 5 posts, and I just cannot do it. I think the closest I've ever gotten is like 11 or 12 posts. And that doesn't include the pre-party posts that I like to put in that are like a post about myself that has my why. All of the little FYIs about the party, the order link, the monthly special link, my Facebook group, all of that stuff. So, yeah, if you don't count those, I still can't bring myself under 10 most of the time. So what are the things I like to post about? Well, here's a general list. First, you have to share the monthly customer and hostess special. You can do it in one post, or you can save the hostess special for a separate post where you share our catalog season-wide hostess specials. I like to do it that way, where you have one that's the monthly special, customer special, and one later that is the hostess specials, and you include the monthly hostess special in that post. Because it keeps people focused on, here's for my order, and here's if I decide to host. You're not distracting anybody or confusing anyone. Then, so you have one post about customer specials. You're going to have a post about hosting. You have to have a post about joining 31. Even if you don't think in a million years you would ever want to recruit somebody to join, you never know when somebody maybe is thinking about it, and maybe they just need somebody to ask them if they're thinking about it. I know that sounds like, I don't want to sound too salesy, and I don't want to be pushing people to join, or even if you feel the opposite, maybe you just don't know how to approach that subject. One post during your party where you offer people the opportunity to ask you any questions about what you do, or how many hours a week you spend working on 31, or maybe you want to share a post or a graphic that lists all the different types of 31 consultants, people who do it for the discount, people who do it as a hobby and have occasional parties with their friends, people who want to make it a part-time job. So however you want to address that subject, you should address it. So quick recap: a customer special post, a hosting post, a joining post. Then you have to probably handle a few more subjects in your post before you just like cut it off. You want to at least have one post that's a giveaway or a game or something like that. Your joining post could be one of the giveaways that you do. You could offer a prize, a random drawing to a person that asked a question in your joining post. But on top of that, you should have a game. It should be pretty easy. You don't want people to have to go through a bunch of hoops to do your game. I like catalogs, scavenger hunts. I like games that praise the hostess, this or that. You know, do you like this thing or do you like that thing? Something like that. Vote for your favorite bundle. Something really easy. Something where they can look at it and they can be like, I pick A, and they can be done with it. An easy game that doesn't involve a bunch of effort on their part. So after you do a giveaway or game post, you're also going to want to do some of the highlights in the catalog. Duh. The catalog, right? You got to talk about the catalog. So you want to have something focus on the seasonal line. So right now we have the holiday gift guide, our fall seasonal guide, and you got to highlight that. You got to put something in there about that holiday gift guide. When the catalog was introduced this time around, we had a couple of new lines. We had this Get Creative line, and we had Photo by 31. Those were the new lines that came out this fall. There's going to be something like that every catalog season. You want to highlight that. So highlight seasonal products, highlight new lines or new products or new focuses that 31 has. Beyond that, you can hit on something like, what's your favorite 31 product? And you personally can share your favorite 31 product. The hostess can share hers. Everybody can share why that product's their favorite. What do they use it for? It's interactive, and it introduces some more products. I like to introduce products in my 31 parties, and I know that seems like a pretty common sense thing to say, but I also find that when it comes down to it, guests are going to order whatever they feel like ordering, whether you talked about it or not. I'm not saying I've never sold somebody on a product. I certainly have. I can tell you right now that carrying a more expensive purse that 31 offers has definitely sold me a couple of those purses. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying if you highlight some of the big things, you're probably good. You don't need to list every single product that we have. So don't stress yourself over it. That's about it. A reminder too, maybe about placing an order. I do like to share a bundles post. You'll be surprised how often people are just like, wow, what an insanely cool combination of products you've suggested. That does happen. I do get people to buy bundles once in a while, which is great. But that's about it. Other than that, I don't think your script should really contain a whole lot more. So one more reminder. What do we have? We've got customer specials, hostess specials, joining, special lines, and favorite 31, something, you know, some other highlight some products that you like, and a game or a giveaway. And that's it. So hey man, if you can do it in 6 or 7 posts, hats off to you. If you're like me and you tend to talk too much, just like you're discovering by watching this video, it's going to take you a few more posts. But if you can focus on the less is more idea, you're going to go far. And that rule applies to the content in your post as well. If your post requires the person to tap see more or click see more on Facebook, it's too long. Don't make them do that. They're not going to. They're going to be like, this is too long. You ever heard that phrase, TLDR, too long, didn't read? There's a reason it exists, because most of us, we give up after a couple sentences. So that's where you have to give up. Do not go on and on and on about why the large utility tote is hands down the best 31 item out there. We both know that it is. But if you share 3 paragraphs about what you can do with that tote, people are barely going to make it through paragraph 1. And they might see that it's a long post and give up on it entirely. And then you didn't sell any large utility totes. So that's not the goal. So anyway, that's how I write a Facebook party script. Obviously, it involves some creativity and you have to do a little digging for graphics. Most of the time you can find bundle graphics and stuff like that floating around. 31 Today has the monthly specials and the hostess specials and all that stuff. You can find all that stuff on there. So you're pretty set. I like to use the catalog for graphics too. If you get a copy of the catalog, you could just screenshot products that are together that you'd like to highlight, especially in that like favorite products post. I have a graphic that I've created that you are welcome to enjoy that I will share with you if you don't already have it. That highlights what I call bag lady math, which is everything that comes in the enrollment kit, how much you pay for it and how much it's worth. So they get an idea of, if they spend $99 and they get $375 worth of products, they know exactly what those products are, and they know how much they're paying for them, and they know how much they're worth. I have stuff like that, and I'm always willing to share with anybody that asks. So send me a message or post on the team group, and it's yours. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, I'm around, and I've written 1,000 scripts since I joined 31, and I'm always willing to share scripts that I've written, things that I like and don't like, things that I think promote engagement and don't. So just reach out and hit it hard, man, and good luck. Thanks.